Good morning, children. Let us start chapter number 11, Transportation in Animals and Plants. Circulatory system. In human beings, digested food, water, and oxygen are transported to all parts of the body. The waste products are also transported from all parts of the body to be removed from the body. The transport of substances in the body is done by circulatory system. And circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels and blood. First of all, blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue of the body. Now, blood transports substances in the body. It has fluid part or liquid part that is known as plasma, and other cells are also present in the blood. They are red blood cells, or we know it as RBCs, white blood cells, WBCs and blood platelets. RBC or red blood cells, they contain a pigment called haemoglobin, which is made up of iron, which transport oxygen. White blood cells or WBCs, they fight against germs and protect us from the disease. They are the soldiers of our body. And blood platelets, they help in clotting of the blood. When there is injury and blood loss, the blood platelets help in clotting of the blood. For the circulation of the blood, there is blood vessels throughout our body. The blood vessels are of three types. They are arteries, veins and capillaries. First of all, arteries. Arteries are the blood vessels which carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all parts of the body. They have thick walls. Veins, they carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all parts of the body to heart, and they have thin walls. And capillaries are very thin blood vessels which joins arteries and veins. Pulse and pulse rate. Now, blood flow through arteries at very high pressure, causing throbbing movements called pulse. Now, the number of pulse beat per minute is called pulse rate. The normal pulse rate is between 72 to 80 beats per minute. This is actually the blood is pumped with high pressure from the heart to the arteries, and this throbbing movements is recorded as pulse. We can record the pulse of radial pulse is felt on the wrist. Just under the thumb you can see, and you can see in 1 minute pulse rate vary from 72 to 80 beats per minute in a normal person. Now this is schematic diagram of circulation. You can see the veins or vena cava is the combination of the veins which carry the deoxygenated or carbon dioxide rich blood from different cells of the body or tissue of the body to heart, and from heart through pulmonary artery it reaches to lungs. There it blood get oxygenated, and through pulmonary vein again it reaches to heart, and from heart one main artery known as aorta, through these arteries it oxygenated blood reaches to the different cell or tissues of the body. Heart. Heart is a muscular organ which pumps blood to all parts of the body. Heart is made up of special types of muscle that is known as cardiac muscles. The heart is about the size of our fist. The heart has 4 chambers. The upper 2 chambers are called atria or atrium, and the lower 2 chambers are known as ventricles. The heart has a partition in the middle which prevent mixing up of oxygen-rich blood and carbon dioxide-rich blood. On the right side, the blood is rich in carbon dioxide, and on the left hand side, blood is rich in oxygen. Heartbeat. as we all know, the walls of heart is made up of a special muscles known as cardiac muscles. These muscles contracts and relax rhythmically, producing heartbeat. We can feel the heartbeat if we place the hand on left side of the chest. The human heart beat about 70 to 80 times per minute. An instrument or device used to hear the heart sound is known as stethoscope. It has the chest piece and two ear pieces joined by tube. You usually have seen the stethoscope when you visit doctor. Excretion in animals. The removal of the waste product of the body is done by a process known as excretion. So we can define excretion as it is the process by which waste product are removed from the body. Now excretion is done by a special organ system that is known as excretory system. In human, excretory system consists of pair of kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. The blood brings the waste product to the kidneys. The kidney filters the waste and removes the waste as urine. Urine is formed inside the kidney. The urine passes through the ureter, then into the urinary bladder, or the storage of the urine is done in the urinary bladder, and from the urinary bladder, the urine passes out through the urethra. So main purpose of the kidney is to filter the blood which carries the waste and forms the urine. The ways by which waste chemicals are removed from the body of animal depend upon availability of the water. Like aquatic animals like fishes and other animals, they excrete waste as the form of ammonia, NH3, which is directly dissolved in the water. Some land animals like bird, lizards, snakes, they take less intake of water, so they excrete a semi-solid white color compound that is known as uric acid. And major excretory product in human is the urea. An adult normally passes 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours. And urine consists of 95% of water, 2.5% of urea and 2.5% of other waste product. Now sometimes a person's kidney may stop working due to infection or injury. You might have heard about kidney failure. Now kidney do not work. So waste products start accumulating in the blood itself. Such person cannot survive unless their blood is filtered periodically through an artificial kidney. This process is known as dialysis. So it is possible to artificially filter or filtration of the blood which carry waste is done in the laboratory condition or outside the body, and that process is by artificial kidney is known as dialysis. Transportation in animal we have talked about. Now transportation in plants. In plant also, transport of food, water and mineral take place through a special tissue called vascular tissues. Now the tissue, as we know, it is a group of cells which perform a specialized function. So vascular tissue or transportation tissue in the plants are of two types known as xylem and phloem. The roots have root hairs which absorb water and mineral from the soil, and this absorb water and minerals from the soil is transported through a special tissue known as xylem to all parts of the plant. Now this absorb water and mineral is required for the process of photosynthesis. So all part of plant means green part of the plant, stem and leaves. Now food is prepared in the leaves. As we know, leaves contain chlorophyll and they trap the solar energy and convert the water, carbon dioxide and mineral absorbed in presence of chlorophyll. They convert it into food, and that is known as carbohydrate or glucose, that by the process known as photosynthesis. Now, the photosynthetic product or the food prepared is transported to non-green part or other part of the plant through a special tissue known as phloem. So, xylem transport water and mineral from the root to different parts of the body, and phloem tissue transport prepared food material by leaves to different parts of the body of the plants. Transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plant give out water through stomata in the leaves. It is, in other words, you can say evaporation of water from leaf surface is known as transpiration. Now, the evaporation of water from leaves produces a suction pull which can pull water to great height in tall trees. Like evaporation of the leaves, when the sun ray falls on the leaf surface, it evaporates the water present in the leaves, and that leads to low pressure area in the leaves, and water from high pressure area, means from the soil, it get absorbed by root hairs, and water passes through this capillary action or suction pull to the upper part of the plants.